Let me ask you something. What if I told you that one single decision, just one, that you make today could set off a chain reaction that completely reshapes your entire life? Well, that's the power of the domino effect of discipline, and we're about to dive into exactly how it works. Really, take a second to think about that. What if just one small, consistent change was all you needed? Not some massive, life-altering overhaul, not reinventing yourself from the ground up. Nope, just one single domino that you decide to push over. What could that look like for you? So, to really get this, let's start at the beginning. We need to break down what we're actually talking about when we say the domino effect. What it really boils down to is this simple, powerful truth. One disciplined act never, ever just sits by itself. It creates momentum. It becomes this trigger for a whole cascade of other good behaviors, with each one building on the last until suddenly your life starts to look and feel completely different. Okay, let's take a classic example, right? It all starts with one disciplined choice. You decide you're going to wake up early to exercise. Yeah, it's tough, it takes commitment, but at the end of the day, it's just one thing. But check out this incredible ripple effect. That one single action has been shown to lead to better eating habits all day long, way higher productivity at work, and even, get this, more patience with the people you love. That one domino knocks over three more, and you didn't even have to try. And you see this pattern everywhere once you start looking for it. Spending a couple hours on a Sunday to prep your meals for the week, that doesn't just save you time. It leads to disciplined eating, way fewer cravings, and you're more focused. Or how about just taking 10 minutes at night to plan your next day? It's like giving yourself mental armor to fight off distractions the next morning. It's a clear cause and effect. This whole thing even ripples out into our family lives, sometimes in really surprising ways. Studies have actually shown that the simple discipline of having regular family meals makes students 40% more likely to get A's and B's. I mean, think about that for a second. A small, consistent family habit creates this massive, unexpected positive result in school. It's wild. So we get the what of the domino effect, but the real question is, how do we build that kind of consistency in our own lives? For some serious inspiration, we can actually look to maybe the most disciplined people on the planet, the Shaolin monks. They give us an amazing model for mastery. Their incredible discipline really comes down to three core principles. One, being driven by a mission. Two, always cultivating gratitude. And three, practicing mindfulness so they can observe their urges instead of being controlled by them. That first secret, being mission-driven, is huge. Shaolin monks, they dedicate their whole lives to spiritual growth. That purpose, that why, is so much bigger than any temporary discomfort. It's like they say, when your why is strong enough, you can handle almost any how. That mission becomes the engine behind your discipline. And the second secret, gratitude, it's not just some nice, fluffy feeling. It's basically a performance-enhancing tool for your brain. Seriously, a 2016 study confirmed that people who feel grateful actually have more self-control and are way more resilient. By appreciating the little things, you're literally building up the mental strength for the big things. All right, so we've learned from the absolute masters. Now let's take that ancient wisdom and turn it into a practical toolkit that you can literally start using today. But first, a really important heads up. When you start any new discipline, it's totally normal to feel this big rush of confidence. But the reality is, it's probably going to be a little harder than you think, especially at the beginning. The key is to just expect that initial struggle. Because trust me, if you just push through it, it gets so much easier over time. So here's your first tool. It's a super powerful mindfulness trick for whenever you feel that urge to do something undisciplined. Instead of fighting it, just imagine setting a 2-minute timer. And for those 2 minutes, your only job is to just observe the feeling. Where is it coming from? Then, when the timer goes off, ask yourself, is the urge still as strong as it was? A lot of the time, you'll find it's faded, proving it was just a temporary little storm cloud passing by. Now for your second tool, designing your environment for success. Monks don't have to fight off temptations all the time because their entire environment is built for discipline. The absolute easiest way to be disciplined isn't to just have more willpower. It's to make the right choice the easiest choice. So how do you do that in real life? Well, the idea is simple. Get the junk food you always snack on out of the house. Put a box of herbal tea on the counter instead. Make it easier to grab your running shoes than the TV remote. The goal here is just to make the disciplined choice the path of least resistance. Okay, now we get to the most important part of all of this. It's time to figure out how to apply this to your life. It's time to choose where you're going to push that very first critical domino. I want you to think about these 4 big areas of your life, okay? Your health, your relationships, your work, and your finances. Now, in which one of these areas could a single new disciplined habit create the biggest, most positive ripple effect across all the others? And as you're thinking about that, I want you to remember this really powerful idea. Discipline isn't a punishment. It's not about restriction. It is the ultimate act of self-care. It's the gift you give to your future self so you can build the life that you actually want to live. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. It all just comes down to one choice, one action, one domino. The only question left is, which domino are you going to push today?